looking at UNISA, Theory of Music, Grade 4, Cadences. And we are deep diving into perfect cadences today. Cadences, they're very well the foundation of what we're going to know and understand about four-part harmony, because in the very next grade, grade 5, we will have to do full-on four-part harmonizations where it comes to progressions as well as cadences. But cadences, this is definitely our starting point. Funny, because cadences are ending points. So today we're looking at the perfect cadence, which is from dominant to tonic, or as people also like to put it, 5 to 1, or of course, in a minor key, we figure the tonic as a minor chord because that's what it is. Okay, so we have some very basic rules according to cadences. The rules are actually quite the same for perfect, imperfect, and plagal cadences. You will actually have a note in common in both of your chords, so your dominant chord and your tonic chord. So basically, your root notes of the chord will obviously go in the bass line, the bass voice. And usually in practice, we just like to have fat semi-breathes. But I have put up exercises here that are in time signatures. So we're working in 3/4. So we're just going to have a single chord on a dotted minim, single chord on a dotted minim. And then in 4/4, we have our fat semi-breathes. Just to put a little bit of practicality and context into it, as if we're dealing with music. But like I said, root notes go in the bass, your note in common in whichever voice you may put it, that will stay the same. And then when it comes to the other two voices, they will move stepwise up. So let's go ahead and try this out in a minor key and a major key, and then I am sure you will be well on your way to harmonize any perfect cadence. So we are in a minor key over here, so we figure our key, we're in D minor, small d, dotty dotty, so we have a colon over there. So then we just need to outline our chord notes. So our dominant in D minor, it should roll off the tip of the tongue, A, C sharp, E, remember that C sharp. Then D minor chord, of course, is just D, F, A, and we double the root in both chords, so I'm going to double the A over there, I'm going to double the D over there. In this exercise, I've already given us a soprano voice. That's cool. So we're going to go ahead and just take that away because our soprano voice is already there. So of course I need to start on an A over here and a D over there, dotted minim, following my note values. Then I can go ahead and put in my A and C sharp. I'm going to push my tenor voice as high as possible. So my C sharp can be there, my A can be there, and I must remember to actually indicate that that is a C sharp. Great. So I said your note in common stays the same. The A is common, so A in the alto, both voices stay the same. I said the remaining voices then go up stepwise. So this E already goes to an F stepwise up, yay. I have no other choice but to go stepwise up from the C sharp to the D, and that's great because that's what I should have done in the first place. Don't have to check for any parallels or any weird stuff. That is correct as it is. So follow those rules. Double the root note in both. Your root note goes in the bass, of course. Note in common stays the same. Then the other two voices lead stepwise up. So a space note to a line note to a space note, so to speak. That's your cadence. Just remember, in a minor key, you do need to raise that 7th, which is the 3rd note of your dominant chord. Then we're going to do an example in a major key. So we're in G major here, the sharp gives it away. G major, big G, dot, dot. Then our dominant chord for G, D, F sharp, A. Tonic chord, G, B, D. These should just be rolling off the tip of the tongue. And I have said this in previous videos, when it comes to major chords, I like to just figure the chord notes and write down the chord note names in capital letters, and for minor chords, I like to do it in small letters. It's just a habit. You don't have to do that. This is all going to be done in pencil anyway. You're going to erase it afterwards because examiners or teachers or whatnot, they don't have to see that. You just take it away. But for your own purposes, write out the chord notes with accidentals, please. Like for instance, our dominant chord in G major is D, F sharp, A. Don't be writing D, F, A. Asseblief, which means please. And I think then you will be good to go in whichever way you figure it, as in, are you writing capitals, are you writing small letters? That doesn't matter, it's going to be erased anyway. Do what suits you there. I just do it in my certain way. I've just developed that habit over time. No one said do this or don't do that, so that's just what I do. But let me not stop you from doing what you do. Only you have to spell the note names correctly. You have to spell the chord properly. Okay, So we already have an F sharp. They give us that. There's a G. Of course, we're doubling our root note in both chords. The D needs to go in the bass here, and the G needs to go in the bass here. I can have this G or that G, doesn't really matter. Now I need to put in a D and an A. I'm going to put the A over there, D over there. Then what did we say? Root notes are in the bass. Our note in common needs to stay the same. What is our note in common? It's D. So the D is in the tenor voice. That has to stay the same now. The other two voices have to lead stepwise up. This one already, F sharp to G, leads stepwise up. There's no other way I can go from A to B, and that also leads stepwise up. So I'm good to go. No need to check for anything. That is correct as it is. So apply this to all of your perfect cadences, and you will get them perfectly correct. So I hope that this does help you with your perfect cadence preparation for your grade 4 UNISA Theory of Music.